Yeah, what the lick read, y'all? It's your main guy out here, man. Pissy P. Anki, Lamb Lumumba, aka Blow Lambo from out the barrio, you hear me? Like, share, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Leave a comment. I normally say the good, the bad, and indifferent, but man, on this topic here, man, I would like for you to, if it's not your honest opinion, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell, man, for more things like this here, man. And if you also like to help see the channel grow, you can send a donation to my Cash App at Lumumba16. That's L-A-M-U-M. That's L-A-M-U-M-B-A 16. Stinking bitches. So check the moon. Let you know it's the Jacksonville, Florida thing. You see that giant wall. You see the state of Florida. You know what I mean? As many of y'all know, which I state on many videos, you know, I'm from Jacksonville. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, originally. Raised in Jacksonville, Florida, most of my life. Last 4 years of my life, I've been living out here in St. Louis, Missouri, man. And the topic I want to speak on today is the Foolio situation, man. And I wrote down a few notes so I don't miss out on anything I want to say. Because a lot of time I get to talking and I kind of get all over the place because something may pop in my head and I'm trying not to forget it while I'm thinking. So my notes is written all over the place. But what I want to start off with first, man, R.I.P. to Foolio, man. As y'all know, we lost Foolio on the 23rd of this month, 2 days after his birthday. He lost his life in Tampa, Florida, celebrating his birthday weekend. And to y'all who be on the Rap Fame app, I just downloaded the track where I just made a tribute to him, man. And if y'all like to check it out, go on Rap Fame. The song is called Fool. My tribute to Foolio. It's called Fool. My tribute to Foolio, R.I.P. Okay. First thing we gonna get on is this Yungen Ace situation. Matter of fact, like I say, let me state, I'm for all the Jacksonville rappers. I'm a Jacksonville pioneer. My wave was before their wave. You know what I'm saying? During my time, the top people in the city was my group, which was Chosen Few, and we later changed to that few. Swords, Shout Out, and Young Cash. Shout Out is on the radio now. Young Cash was the only one to get on because he had that big dope money. You know, he got signed with T-Pain, you know what I'm saying? But later he caught the Fed case, so that's what messed all that up. But he's back out here doing his thing, and he's still down with T-Pain, but that kind of hurt him. So, me being a pioneer, my wave being before their wave, and they wave is what caught on. Because by the time we was walking away from the game was at the beginning of this YouTube thing. You know what I'm saying? We was walking out just at a few years as this was getting started. We never knew that this would be the thing. Years later, the young guys, the generation up under us, came and took it down. So, like I say, man, I'm for all the Jacksonville rappers. But if I had to pick one out of two between the top dogs, I was rolling with Foolio. For one, he's from my side of town. For two, I can relate to him. For three, and which was not the main reason, but a lot of people tell me all the time I look just like him. If I could post a picture of myself back when I had my wigs, like I said, these big Florida dreads these boys got nowadays, I had those back in 1996. Kodak Black made it popular to the world around, what, 2017 when he came in. I had those type of dreads back in 1996. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people tell me, the people who know me back when I had my wigs like that, you know, they say that I look like him when I had my wigs. And I just relate to him better. You know, even though I relate to Foolio better, I relate to Ace's team a little better. I like the rappers that's down with him better than the ones that's down with Foolio. I rock with Spinner Beans. I rock with Whopper with the Chopper. I rock with Queso. For one, Queso, his daddy used to run our neighborhood. And if you ask me, you couldn't go as far to say he used to run the city. At one point in time, them boys was fear in the city. So even though Queso is from the west side, he's still a north side Flag Street baby. Flag Street is an apartment complex in my neighborhood, which we call either Fairfax, Massey, the Barrio, or Soldier Land. But if you look on the map of Jacksonville, it'll say Midwest side. So even though Queso grew up on the west side, he still got a pass in our neighborhood. You know, it's going, oh, that's Blue somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Even though Blue, which his real name is what? Abdul Robinson, and Queso is Hakeem Robinson, you know, is looking bad for him because he's snitching on his own son right now. But I still respect him from what I know him for back in the days. However this situation play out, we'll see. Right now, the situation at hand, man, I mean within hours after Foolio was pronounced dead, Yungen Ace came out with a song called Do It. I've seen it pop up many times, and I've never listened to it. I would never listen to it. I don't want to even hear it. I've seen people like Charleston White speak on him. It may be in a montage of a clip in certain videos, and I'll just skip it. You know what I'm saying? But I think that was a stupid thing for him to do. If he had anything to do with that, you know, the best thing he could have did, instead of come out with that, while everybody dissing and doing all that, the best thing he could have came out and said, hey man, say like if he directly sent the hit, the best thing he could have did was come out and say, hey man, I feel sorry for the loss of Foolio. We had our thing going, but I didn't want to see this happen to him. You know what I'm saying? He should have played that situation completely down. That's just like if you look back at a Vlad TV interview when he was interviewing Keefe D, he brought up the fight. The boy Idi Amin, which was one of the members of the Outlaws who was down with Tupac, Vlad mentioned to him that Idi Amin says he doesn't have a problem with him. And of course, you know how Vlad here played the clip. And he asked him, do you have a problem with Keefe D? He said, no, I don't have a problem with Keefe D. Then he came back and said, even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't say that. In the art of war, you don't tell your enemy that you're gonna attack. You know what I'm saying? In the art of war, you want the enemy to be completely comfortable. Say like, there's a situation with me, I pistol whipped one of my partners, right? He stole a QP of my loud. After I did my homework and I decided who the only person that made a false move in my house, I fronted him at the same time. So as I'm fronting him, I'm telling him, look, you got to pay me all my money. Because right now I'm not eating and folk ain't spending with me. So if I fronted him on a Sunday and he said he was coming back Sunday, when I noticed my stuff missing, I didn't give him no kind of warning what was going on. I waited till he goddamn showed up. He came through them doors, put my money in my hand, said I'm $30 short. I went to beating on him instantly. You know, the man block game was impeccable. I'm beating the hell out of him, but I feel like the blows ain't doing nothing. So of course the Glock came out, and I Glock whooped him. So after that situation was over, he hit up my phone, leaving messages, put the gun down, son, to fight me like a man. You know what I did? I didn't text him back. I didn't leave no message. I did what I did. It ain't no more to say. When you see me in the street, it's up. Even though I stay in St. Louis now, say like at a point in time I left Jacksonville, went back home to Atlanta. Then eventually I came back to Jacksonville before I moved to St. Louis. I'm in my hood on Kings Road, and if I'm not mistaken, I thought I seen him at the gas station as I'm standing at the corn laundry. And he at the gas station across the street. I'm looking dead at him, he looking at me. I chin up like, what's up? You know what time it is with me. You know what I'm saying? I know what I did. It ain't nothing to say. Bust your move. You know, you guys out here, man, y'all got to stop getting on these phones telling the world your business. Oh, I'm gonna do this is up when I see you. Well, when something happens to that person, them people coming back to you. Okay? Yungen Ace, the best thing he could have did was play that situation down. He could have acted like, yo man, I wish that never would have happened to the man. I wouldn't wish that on my enemy. You know, even though we were doing our thing back and forth, I still don't wish that man on him, that on him. And my heart goes out to his mother. He could have did that the whole time, knowing he had something to do with it, if he did. But that's not our job, right? So, with that said, his crew is known as ATK. Foolio crew is known as KTA. And before I get further than that, for one, the people put it out there, the media put it out there, that ATK stands for Ace's Top Killers. Your name is in front of the game. Your name is Ace's Top Killers. You're an ace. So in a RICO, there's off rip, you are the ringleader. You are the leader. They're gonna bring you down. They're gonna use that against you. And I don't see where I've heard him deny it. This mean Ace's Top Killers. Don't get me wrong. To us in Jacksonville, how they saying ATK, KTA, see, we know about that now due to this rap stuff. Say like when all this was jumping off, I had moved back to Atlanta. This was like 2017, I moved back to Atlanta. I never even heard of none of these guys. I've never even heard of ATK or KTA. But when I moved to Atlanta, people in Atlanta knew about them. Once I tell them, yeah, I was raised in Jacksonville, to the people who already didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? As I'm working and people I may talk to on work. And you know, I'm like, I ain't never heard of none of that. And they like, yeah, man, this. That's how I got aware of it. None of us in the city knew nothing. Why the whole world knowing about this? We live in this. The only time when we became aware of this is when the guy, Boss Goon, got deleted, which is Queso's brother. They hit up the whole car. He the only one that passed. But, you know, his daddy was driving the car, which is blue. Abdul Robinson. So that what got the attention from the city, because by him being such a legend in the city, we think like, who the hell crazy enough to shoot up Blue? Then these some young dudes? What the hell going on? We was completely unaware that KTA and ATK is not no factor in Jacksonville. That's some rap stuff. That's a rap clique. That's dudes from the west side and the east side who rap, and that's their little thing. And the boys from the north side and the south side being KTA. You know what I'm saying? The only gang that you, other than a neighborhood, okay, we from Mixon Town, we from Lackawanna, other than just claiming your neighborhood, the only straight up real gangs in Jacksonville that goes strictly by the gang and not their neighborhood is Head First, and you can look them up, Cut Circle, and Check Gang. And Head First and Cut Circle, very ruthless. Cut Circle, them boys on the east side, you know. But it's like like I say, it's just foolish, man. You know, I wish Ace would have never made that move. Just as much as I'm for Foolio, and I'm telling you, that hurt me. I'm talking about in the process of making this song, man, it's like I wanted to tear up a few times, and I'd be lying to you if I don't think one spilled over. You know? But I wish Ace would have never done that. And he put some kind of post up or tweet up, but he eventually took it down. But it's too late. 6,000 to 8,000 people now seen this. The fans already got that. They already building the evidence. Okay? Now, like Bruce say, most rappers die in their hometown. Granted, Foolio was took out of Tampa. Bro, you on your phone. Yeah, we here. This time it's going down, wop. Well, guess what? Jacksonville ain't number 3 hours away. Party start at 5, or we there at 8. We in the parking lot waiting. We're waiting on you to come out. You're gonna eventually have to come out this lobby. And we ready. He was comfortable. He denied the fact that folk would get on that road, come out there and get him. It happened before. It happened to BTB Savage. The dude who said the guys tried to rob him during the studio session, and his girl, he held him down while his girl shot the dude and came back, took a picture with his wrist up, standing in the dude's blood. That took place in San Antonio. He got deleted in Houston, Texas. I'm sure Houston is a couple of more, is probably an hour or 2 further away from San Antonio. It's probably take you longer to get from San Antonio to Houston than it would from Jacksonville to Tampa. They went from San Antonio and popped them off in Houston. You may not be in your hometown, but you still in your state where you can be reached in record time. If you're supposed to be, if you're gonna be at a certain place from this time to this time, we have this amount of time to get down here and do it. You know, now if you 12 hours away, hey, let them live, you know. And oh yeah, man, like I say, sometimes be forgetting when I'm talking. When I was saying about the rappers, I'm for all the Jacksonville rappers. Out of them all, even though Foolio was my favorite, I have the most respect for Nato Wick. You don't hear Nato Wick involved in no foolishness. You don't hear Nato Wick you know, this, that, and the third. He just getting his money. Like I say, I rock with Not Awake, but it's just kind of hard for me to get into his music because he talks so softly. You know, Foolio had that bump where you can, you know what I'm saying? I'm from them days, I like to bounce, you know what I'm saying? And before I get out of here, man, I gotta get on another topic, man, for real. This for you bloggers. Out here capitalizing on folks' demise. Y'all out here putting out information y'all can't prove yet. Y'all need to stop being the police, because that's what y'all are. A lot of y'all guys behind this camera has got a badge on your chest that we can't see. Y'all need to stop doing the police job. If you don't know this to be actual and factual, don't put it out there. Now, the rumor is, which I'm not gonna say the guy's name, they trying to say one of Foolio guys biked over him. It could be true, it could be not. But guess what? Y'all throwing his face and name out there. Now that it's out there, when people are hurting inside, they are ready to hurt anybody, anything, get their hands on them. You know, and I also seen where, you know how they put up these little surveys, who got the better this record on Kendrick Lamar or Drake, and people put this, they vote who so and so. Somebody had the nerve to put up a survey thing. I forget which the name of the people, but man, you're dead wrong. Had the nerve to say, do you think this man mama is next? Well, you late, bro. They already hit his mama up 8 times years ago. This is 3rd time being pumped. You know? And then another time he got in a shootout with him and got grazed. If they didn't have no plans on doing nothing to this mama, well, guess what? Just like they picked up their phone, just like I picked up my phone and seen that, you know what? You just put it on their mind. You just said, hey man, this boy here got something to do with it. Let me tell you a situation that happened in Jacksonville, Florida, and I don't know if this had to do with their situation, but this when I moved back from Atlanta back to Jacksonville, you know, I'm helping my brother run his store, and you know, we putting up the missing persons folder. I can't remember the dude's name at the time, but the scenario was something happened to somebody. Whether dude had anything to do with it or not, let's just say he didn't have nothing to do with it, but his name is being thrown out there. His name is being thrown out there. He called himself going around to one of those people's house and trying to talk it out to let them know he ain't got nothing to do with it. Oh yeah, well come on inside. Big mistake. Big mistake. They put his name out there. The next time that dude was seen, he was found in the woods with his asshole open, this goddamn wide. Because people put his name out there. Now he could have been the one, because people will do that. They will know they was the one who did it and go around there trying, nah man, you know this, that, and the third. And folk ain't trying to hit that. It's times where people get accused of stuff and go around there trying to explain themselves. People may hear you out, they may not. That was a situation where they didn't hit that man out. Y'all need to stop putting stuff out there, what y'all think. You know, you never make an assumption. You don't know this to be true. Matter of fact, the guy who video I seen, I'm sure it's probably others, I think he was in Chicago somewhere. You in the comfort of your home, and you finna get somebody killed in Jacksonville, Florida. Why your numbers going up? to the people viewing. I know I don't got that many subscribers, I don't get that many views, and this is almost an issue I don't want to talk on because it's a big situation. I don't get too many views off big situations. I get most of my views off situations everybody else ain't covering. There's too many people covering this right now. You know what I'm saying? But to the few people that view me, share this video, I feel like the audience, y'all have a responsibility too. We got to stop fueling what's going on. Just like that Yungen Ace video came up, I don't want to see it. I'm not finna add to it, push through the algorithm. People like Charleston White, who, and like I say, how can we tell these young guys what not to do when we got somebody who damn near could be their granddaddy acting worse than them and benefiting more than them? You know, how can we tell these kids not to do this and that when we got this old ass fool on here who want to be Malcolm X one day, then the next day he want to be old dirty bastard or Rizzo or somebody or have you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that like him. It's a lot of people that don't. I was talking to one of my nephews the other day about him, and he was saying, yeah, man, I like that guy, but I don't want nothing to happen to him. Why do you feel something's going to happen to him? Because the way he carried himself. We all know eventually, just like Foolio, we knew that one day they was going to get him. They was coming at him too many times. Something going to happen to Charleston White eventually. Because you go around traveling a lot, but in the mix of going around traveling a lot, you're disrespecting people in places all over. So slowly for surely you are closing certain doors on yourself. I don't pay no attention to Charleston White. Anything of his come up, I don't want to see. I seen one video where I guess it was clickbait. They say he gets emotional when speaking about Foolio. Now, emotional could be crying. Emotional could be getting hyped. The little bit that I seen in me watching videos on this, the quick little montage clip that'll come in, I'm knowing he ain't got nothing good to say. I'm not watching it. We gotta stop fueling this. If something happens to Charleston White, it's people like y'all that is watching. It's gonna help him destroy himself. Because the more people that view his videos, the more he's gonna get interviewed and the more he's gonna do what he does because he's making a living off of this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm finna go and cut this short, man. Hopefully the point that I'm trying to make has been reached. We got to stop helping these young guys destroy themselves. It's you sitting on your couch that's finna view that song, that's finna feel that going. If you don't view it, it goes nowhere. It doesn't get hurt. You somewhere in Denver, you in Michigan, you in Cincinnati, finna help somebody in Jacksonville, Florida get killed. Pissy Pianki, Lamb Lumumba, like, share, subscribe, man. R.I.P. to Foolio. We have got to stop helping these guys destroy themselves.